Hey everybody, it's JD Temple and my kitties and crazy cops outside, it sounds like. What's up, Tara? Yeah, what the fuck? I know, that's what I'm saying right now. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like over and over again, like, what the fuck? What the fuck? That's like my phrase of the fucking week and probably the month. What's up, Lucas? What's up, Arata Kalandri? I know I can't. I just can't even fucking read. um, but yeah, everybody had a good 4th of July weekend. What's up, John G and Emmy? You've had a what the fuck day too? Yeah, it's a what the fuck day. What's up, Jennifer? What's up, Milton? Ruthie, Dice Controller. Dice Controller 187. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah. It's definitely a what the fuck weekend. Yeah, I've been echoing that shit in my mind. Like, I just got home a little bit ago, like 3 or 4 hours ago, something like that. And I got a little bit of sleep finally. And I just wanted to share some of my weekend's experiences with you all. I look like a scientist. Okay, well, thank you. Jafar is here for the sigil. Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna finally share that too. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, the purging was fucking crazy. Oh my god, yeah, it was nuts. It didn't happen Friday night, but it happened Saturday during the daytime ceremony, and that was really difficult. It was the most difficult ceremony I've been through yet. And it's just really crazy at like how powerful Mother Aya is, because she saw like everything in my life coming. Like she saw everything coming, and she called me to her to like bring me close to her so that she could help me out through this. Seriously, this is like the most difficult time I've ever been through in my fucking life. I don't know how to feel. I don't know what's up or fucking down right now. You know, I'm just being honest with you all. Like, I'm struggling. I'm really fucking struggling right now. You know, I should be riding really fucking high after that experience, but just with everything going on in my life right now, it was just like really fucking hard. You know, I'm definitely like in full blown like mourning mode right now. And if you asked me a week ago or 10 days ago if I thought that this is where I would be right now, I would have told you that you were crazy as shit and that there's no fucking way. But that's life though, right? You never fucking know. And none of us are promised tomorrow with anything, any fucking thing. It doesn't matter what it is. And I'll tell you that like Lucifer and Mother Aya are like so connected to one another. She is definitely an aspect of him. That's for sure. And I was able to integrate a lot of what Lucifer is into myself last night, and that was really freaking crazy. Really fucking powerful. Last night during the nighttime ceremony, the whole entire time, all I did was witchcraft and sorcery the whole time, right in front of the fire, and it was fucking amazing. Pico, please. The cats are like so stir crazy. No. You can't do that, please. So during the daytime ceremony, I went really fucking deep, and it got to be insanely fucking overwhelming. And you go into like this rapture state, and it's as real could fucking get. I mean, it definitely pushes the boundaries of like ordinary reality for sure. Because I will tell you right now, like, I am fucking convinced that I experienced death yesterday, like in a very real fucking way, and I know what it's like to fucking die now. And it's really difficult and really scary. Um, Before you die, you get this sense of beingness, and you really you you really do kind of like your whole life flashes before your eyes, and everyone that's important to you, you see them, and you see everything that they're going to be in this life. You feel all of the love that you feel for them, like in a very intense fucking way. You see them throughout different stages of their lives, and you really get a sense of how valuable you are to all of those people, and like how you you touch their lives just as much as all of these spirits do. Like, that you're that important. You're that important, and you have that much of an impact on their lives that you have to know that there's nothing that was in vain, nothing at all, and that it's okay to pass on. As that started to occur, the purging finally started to come to the surface, and it was so violent that my abdominal muscles were cramping so fucking hardcore that I started to choke. And I could feel myself choking. I couldn't find the trash can. I was sweating uncontrollably, and I could feel myself like actually on fire. Like, I could feel the flames. I could hear them crackling. I could like smell my skin singeing, like my hair burning up. And I could feel the life leaving me. I could feel the life being like choked out of me as I was like choking on my own vomit. And apparently I didn't know this, but like everybody was like rushing over to me to try to help me, because they could see that I was like going into a really uncertain place. I was thinking that I was literally going to die, and I wasn't fighting it though. If it was going to happen, I was going to allow it to happen, because there's no way that I could fight it anyways. Not in that state. You can't fight it. You can't fight anything. The only thing you can do is try to go through it. That's like the only thing that you can do. And what begins to happen as you're choking, and even before you're choking, your lungs began to speed up, and you began to take these breaths, just this, and like you can feel that you're like struggling to breathe, and that you're just doing everything that you fucking can just to fucking get a breath. That you're gonna fight for like every single fucking one. And then finally, it just The breath ceases to be. And you feel your body begin to constrict. And everything is just this massive fucking cramping. And I could feel this foggy mist like all over me, all fucking around me. It felt like very, very wet and very cool. And there was some smoke too. The smoke was coming from the ayahuasquero who was trying to like help me to like bring me back by cleansing me with sacred tobacco. And I could see like the river Styx. And it was crazy because Orly was there like at the crossroads. As that figure that was going to like usher me through from one side to the other. And you see like everything that you were meant to be in this life, and you see that flame become extinguished and that light go out. And then it's just all over. But then you begin to open your eyes as you feel that mist all around you. And then you look around and you see like all of the gods there. You see familiar faces. You feel that like you have a sense that you know that you have won, that you have overcome death. And that death is not the end, that death is only the beginning, and that like we already hold the keys to immortality. We don't even know it because of what we think that death is, because we don't really know and understand it very, very well. But it is just a transition point. Like death is really just like a big lie almost. It's like something that we fear and that we like try to hold on to this life like so fucking hard because we think it's all that we got. We think it's all that we got. It's all we're going to be. But it feels so good once you realize that that's not true. That's not true at all. That like the keys to your immortality are like already there. And while dying is very, very painful and very difficult, the most difficult part is letting go of who you're supposed to be or who you thought or what you thought you were supposed to be to all the people that you love, and that you're going to like leave them here behind. That's the most difficult part. To like let go of your ego and to let go of all of your aspirations in the physical. But then you see that once you come out on the other side, that like you're still the same. You're still you. And that you can still have an influence in this physical plane of existence, like as a God, as a spiritual being. Like I'm convinced yesterday that I did die, and that I'm living in multiple realities right now. There's no other way to understand it or explain it. It just is what it is. And what's so crazy is that like all the stomach cramps and like the really hardcore like abdominal constrictions that I was feeling during that purging, I was already feeling that like a week before I freaking went. Like to the point where I was having to be like, like I'd get it like all the time. I'd be like, fuck, like what the fuck? And I couldn't like stretch my abs out. Like I was already feeling it. I was already feeling like those death pangs. Like that's like the only way that I can explain it. Like, and like I understand now that like when you go really deeply into ayahuasca, you go there to die. Most everybody there is already at their wits' end, anyways, in life. They're there because it's the only alternative to them dying, whether it's going to be through suicide or drugs. They're already there, like teetering on the fucking edge. So when you go to commune with her, you do go to fucking die and become resurrected and to like come into a realization of what life is, what death is, what it means. Like I finally got to understand like the secrets that these ancient civilizations held, like the Egyptians. I know without a doubt that like they understand this. They know exactly what I went through. They know exactly what I'm trying to explain to you now. They know it. I mean, of course, this body is not going to go through with you. And everything has this supernatural, crystalline quality to it. After you're dead, everything looks so much different, so much more vibrant. You can feel the energy of everything and you can feel how everything is alive. And I know a lot of people will just say, well, that's just like the drugs talking. That's just the medicine and your influence on your physical body. It goes way beyond that. I'm telling you right now, it goes way, way beyond that. Once you experience it, you will understand what I mean. And why do I say that Lucifer and Mother Aya are so closely connected? Because that they both do the same things. They both illuminate what's in the darkness. They shine lights on all the fucking shadows so that they can be brought to light and to be dealt with and to be seen for what they are and to be worked through, no matter how dark, how scary, and how ugly it might be. And I'll tell you, it takes courage to go through this. This is not something that you can enter into lightly. My first experiences with her were very difficult, but this weekend was by far the most. And like, I'm not surprised that she called me back. I thought I was done with her. I thought I was done with her for either, not maybe not forever, but for a long time, anyways. I didn't think that I was going to need to come back so soon and commune with her, but it was overwhelming. I didn't know why I needed to, but I just knew that I needed to. And of course, now it's painfully obvious why I needed to. when I felt myself like intermingling with Lucifer and who he is in such a freaking like intimate and powerful way, more so than I ever had ever. Like I could really see myself as him and all the things that I've done in my life and how everything has been like leading up to this point and how everyone else responded to me that was around me. And I could tell that they knew it too. And they were curious and they wanted to know more. They didn't know what it was or what it was about me necessarily, but they knew that it was something. And they were all just drawn into it. And that's when I knew. That's when I knew without a doubt. I know a lot of people claim to be him or claim that they are connected to him in a more intimate way than other people or this or that and whatever. And that's all well and good. And I don't want to just be added to that list, but I don't care about any list and I don't really care what anybody thinks. I know what it means to me. I'm finally understanding what my fucking truths are. You know, whether anyone else wants to hear it or accept it or whatever, that's fine. I guess we live in an age where you can be and do whatever you want to be and whatever you want to do, I guess. And that's cool. And I think definitely last night's full moon is really going to help us to move forward into the future because we really put a lot of karmic debt to rest in healing this planet and all of the past transgressions that have taken place on this fucking rock. And I specifically, with Lucifer, set my intention to eradicate COVID-19 entirely. But that is going to fizzle out and that's going to go away. That's not going to be something that we're going to have to deal with anymore. So we'll see what's going to happen, but I feel so strongly in my convictions regarding that I'm not scared to say that. You have to. You have to in this. You have to with divination. You have to with your channeled messages from spirits. You got to be willing to be wrong and be wrong strong. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I feel pretty damn sure about it. So when it happens, I'll just say ahead of time, you're welcome. But I'm going to share with you all this sigil that I channeled. It does have a little oil stain on the corner that kind of messed up some of the ink, but I'll post it on like a community post or something too, so you all can see it. But this is the sigil that you can use for invocations and evocations of Mother Aya. Right here. It's not perfect. I kind of need to fix it at the bottom a little bit, but you kind of get the gist of it. But that's what it looks like. But yeah, I mean, I'll tell you all, like, this weekend has been so hard. Like, I really wanted to come out of this weekend flying high, and I should be, but I feel so fucking lost right now. I feel so fucking lost. But I got to get over that because I can't let that, like, dominate me and, like, control every aspect of my life, because right now it is. I think I feel like I'm just like drowning in fucking quicksand. But that's life, and that's this path though. That's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be, and this is what it looks like. I guess this is what growth looks like. So I guess if you're scared to grow, you'd be scared to feel pain, scared to move forward, you'll just stay stuck. And I can tell you right now, I definitely don't want to stay stuck in this. I can't stay stuck in this. I'd rather die than stay stuck in this. But I guess I'm already dead, so it really doesn't, it's a moot point. You know, I kind of always felt like I was already dead anyways, and that I was just a spirit in this world. I think I talked about this the other night, how all the people in my lives just get like this little piece of me, this little fleck of like my essence. And I could sense that like my family like really appreciated it though. And that they could like see it for what it was. And that like the idea of me being a living person in their life was nothing more than like my own figment of my own thoughts of like what, like the realization of me being alive physically in my own mind was. But that was never like actually the reality. And that's like really, really hard to fucking handle. And it's really tough to wrap your head around. Like if you've never had that inclination, then it's hard to understand what I'm trying to say. But it just all kind of started to make sense like that though. And then of course, I mean, there's like so many things that I want to say. They're so profound, but I can't. I can't do that. Because it just goes too far and it just like steps over certain boundaries, and like I love and respect everybody else in my life too much to do that. And so there's certain things that I can't share. There's certain bits of like gnosis and understanding that I have that I can't really talk about. And so I have to just kind of like dance around it a little bit. And I'm sorry about that, but that's just the way that has to be, out of like respect and love and everything else. Like I know it's crazy, you know, like I do feel like I don't have much time left. Like I don't have much time left here. And I'm trying to like come to terms with that. And that's something that I've felt and known for like a long time, but this weekend, like I really understand it now. I understand it now and I see it coming. Everything's starting to speed up. Everything's starting to kind of like come to like a critical mass. And so I have like a lot to do. I have a lot to do before that happens. Like I don't know what'll happen, but I just have this sense of urgency. There is a huge sense of urgency that I got to do what I got to do, and that I got to do it now. I got to do it soon, and that I can't wait. And I don't want it to be that way. I don't want it to be that way. But I think that like through all these experiences that I've had, I can like sense it and see it coming. And I think that I've already like experienced it and lived through what's going to come. So what was so real is really maybe just a bunch of premonitions, but they are things that I've already experienced and lived through nonetheless. Because if they're going to happen, they've already happened. And I guess like with my sense of that, it makes sense that like why everyone in my life will be pulling away from me right now. Because I get the sense that they know it's going to happen too. And they have to do what they have to do so that it's not going to be so difficult for them. But at least now, like I know that it's going to be okay. Like when that happens, it's going to be okay. And like I'll still be here. I'm here now. I always will be in like one way or another. Like all of us will. That's where your guides come from. They're working in the same manner as these spirits do, like guiding you, walking beside you, helping you through this fucking insane fucking maze of fucking labyrinth of fucking life. As you like frantically search to try to find your way out. Because like that's really what we're doing. We're living life every day, getting closer and closer to that finish line, like closer and closer to that goal, and closer to like the finish line of that maze or that labyrinth. And some people may not get to that finish line necessarily before they step through. But I think that's where mortal people assist the spirits too. As they're walking beside you, guiding them, we're assisting them on finishing up their race, helping them to finally find that finish line. And that makes sense to me because then you see that like that's where the cooperation comes from. That's where the cooperation comes in. And they have a vested interest in helping you because they know that you actually have a vested interest in helping them. It's a two-way street. So yeah, don't waste any time. Don't waste any time because it's not infinite, not in this existence anyways. But the good thing is that if you don't happen to finish the way that you want to finish, it's not all just like said and done. You still have an opportunity. And you'll get there. You'll still get there one way or the other. You'll get there. But I urge everybody to give that sigil a try. If you're gonna do it, I would set aside a good amount of time for it. Don't just enter into it lightly, because it's probably gonna throw you for a loop a little bit. And I wouldn't do it on a full stomach either. Definitely don't do it if you're under the influence of any kind of drugs or alcohol. Like you have to be a clean vessel if you're going to do that. I would say that otherwise it would be actually dangerous. And I'm not trying to hurt anybody at all. And I'm not trying to scare people at all. I'm not. I'm not trying to do that. The only thing that my intention has ever been in any of this is to help people. But like it is what it is. I'm not just like making shit up and pulling shit out of my fucking ass. And like, if I feel that strongly about it, would I not be doing a disservice to everybody if I didn't share it with you? If I wasn't honest with you, shouldn't I be honest? Shouldn't I be true? Shouldn't I tell you all the things that you need to hear, no matter how bad it fucking hurts or how scary it is? Life is not a fucking fairy tale. Life is not all pixie dust and glittery golden flecks. That is part of it. But oftentimes, like, truth hurts. Truth is difficult. Truth is hard to come to terms with. But it's also the truth that will fucking set you free. The pain will set you free. And when it hurts that bad, it means that it's that good. It is that fucking good. And I know it probably like looks like that I'm like sitting here in front of you right now, like defeated. But I'm not defeated. I'm not defeated. I'm down and out. I'm like crumpled into a ball, like shredded and bleeding. but I'm not giving up though. And I guess that's the main point that I want to get across to you. It's like even at your lowest fucking darkest fucking times, that it's not the end, it's not over. And it doesn't mean that it's okay to just fucking give up. Even if you know that like death isn't the end, it doesn't mean that it's just okay to fucking give up and allow it to fucking happen if you can do anything about it. And I think like another point too, it's like this is just like a call for everybody to like see a bigger picture and to move deeper into your own magic. Like looking past all of like the stupid little petty bullshit that you do your magic for. That it's about so much more than those things. Like everybody wants to watch a video on like how to do some money spells or how to do some love spells or how to fucking manipulate other people. Like all of that shit is like such low level ways of fucking utilizing the power that we can fucking wield. All that shit is fucking petty, low level bullshit. It's still there and you can still do it, but it's got to mean more than that. It's more important than that. Like all of that shit is just like temporary physical plane of existence reality fucking bullshit. Like that's not bigger picture. So I'm just like inviting you to like lean into it even more. Seek a deeper sense of understanding of why you are on this path. And that it's not just for like material gains. It's not just for the things that you can get while you're in the flesh. Like you are preparing yourself for like what's to come. You're preparing yourself for what it's going to be like to exist as a god. And that can't be overlooked. And that all of us here have this huge responsibility because of us being on this path. You're not on this path just because you ran into a video one day because you wanted to make a few dollars. You're not on this path just because you wanted to like get your girlfriend or your boyfriend back one time. That might have been like what attracted you and brought you into this, but that's not why you're here. You're here because the world needs you. This world needs you. Look around and you can see that like we're going through some really like unprecedented times right now. And I know you can all feel it. I know you all see it. You can't hide from the truth. So there's a responsibility with this. Like we are all responsible. We are all responsible to do what we can do to be the best versions of ourselves, to live our best lives, heal this fucking world, and change the course of events as things are fucking unfolding. I owe it to you and you owe it to me. We owe it to each other. We gotta seek purpose over pleasure every fucking day. Like, we can't be lazy anymore. And we can't work against each other anymore. If we do that, we're not going to get there. If we continue to do that, we might as well quit right now. It is our job. You're right. It is our job. That's why we're here right now. That is why you are alive in this world right now. We've all been here before. This is none of our first go round. But there is a distinct reason that you are alive right here, right now. There is a distinct reason that you're in this chat watching this video right now. Whether you know it or not, that is the truth. Like, I need you to hear me. I need you to fucking hear me right now. I need you to hear me. And this is going to mean something different for every single one of you. We all have our own unique gifts. We all have our own things that we can do to bring and add value into this world, not just for ourselves, but for all of our brothers and sisters, because we are all one. We got to do this for each other. We have to do this for one another. It's not all about me or you anymore. It's not all about just us as an individual anymore. It's not. And I know a lot of you understand that and realize that. And I'm not trying to like preach to you at all. I'm just trying to get the point across that those of us that are still in a haze need to shake that off and like see what's really happening and understand what's really happening and look back on the beginning of your path in this and really try to like go within and dig deep and understand why you're here right now. Why are you here right now? Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Remember who you truly are. Remember how valuable you are and that you are much fucking needed right now. Like, if you've been like living your life watching all these other sorcerers and things and like thinking like, wow, like that would be cool to be important, and I'm feeling like I'm inferior or that my existence doesn't matter, you got to get over that, because it does matter. It matters a whole fucking lot, actually. Because like, we are the last fucking line of defense right here. Like, this is it. It's us. It's us against this fucking world. And we can't just do it alone. There's no sorcerer on this earth that's capable of doing it alone. And it was never meant to be that way. Throughout our history, majority of what we have done is look for better and better ways to hurt and kill each other, because we think that's going to allow us to win. But that's only temporary wins, and that's only like frivolous little stupid bullshit, and it's not a win at all. It's a backpedal like a son of a bitch, and we've been backpedaling throughout our fucking existence, and now it's finally time that like there's nowhere else to backpedal. Like, our backs are up against the fucking wall right now. And so either we're going to start working together, start loving each other, Start helping each other out and start adding value to everyone's lives, to start being in service to other people, because that's what it's all about, being in service to other people. What can you do for other people? What can you do to help them out? Because that's just going to help you out. When you hurt them, you're hurting yourself, you're hurting everybody. And if you're not being in service to others, your life is going to have no value at all. Not to you or anyone else. Because that's why you're here. That is why you're here. It's not all about you. It's not all about me. That's the old way of thinking. That's the old way of doing things. That's the way we've always fucking done it. And where has that gotten us? It's just put us at odds with everything and everyone, like across the fucking globe, at odds with one another. Thank you for that super chat too, by the way. Thank you very, very, very much. Did I delete my Facebook account? Yeah, like a year and a half ago. I haven't been on Facebook in like a year and a half. Yeah, I'm not going back on Facebook. I have no desire to go back on fucking Facebook. But not that Facebook is not a bad thing. That is a tool that you can utilize to help people. If people are going through fucking hard times, be there for them. Whatever you can do, you can just like extend whatever kind of kindness that you want to extend to them. Hold doors for people. Do things that are not going to get you anything at all in return, except for the understanding that you did something to help somebody else out when they were going through a difficult time, or when they were trying to do something that was larger than they could handle on their own. Because when you do that, it's going to come back around to you as well. But if you keep living your life being selfish, when the time comes for somebody else to help you, there's not going to be anybody else there. And that's a scary fucking world to live in. I can tell you that. I know what that's like. I know what that's about. And like, why would I experience that? Why would I have those experiences? Only because I wasn't there for other people. Only because I wasn't adding value in other people's lives. Had I been, when I'm going through those difficult times, would there be people there for me? Yeah, there'd be people there to help me through it. This universe is going to give you everything back that you put into it. And if you don't put anything into it, you're not going to get shit back. You're not just going to will it. It's not just going to fucking happen. If you do get it, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose it fucking very quickly. You got to keep giving back. You got to keep giving back. Over and over and over and over again. You got to make deposits in other people's fucking bank accounts, so to speak. If you ever want to make a fucking withdrawal, you know this. You know this to be true. The crazy thing, though, is that like for a lot of us, it's like ingrained in us to not function like that. Our society is almost like built us to be selfish nowadays. There is no sense of community. There is no sense of like belonging to anything. Like this world has done everything that it can to like put us all in a little box and compartmentalize every fucking thing, separate us all from each other. And as you look around at the virus, like that's exactly what that's doing. That's preventing us from adding value into other people's lives. It's preventing us from doing good things for other people because we're not allowed to do it. We're not allowed to be around people. We're not, and that's killing us, and it's killing this fucking world. And that's why COVID has to end. And that's why it's going to end. Because that's going to be a huge fucking step for us in overcoming everything. When we can finally see, like, that all of that, all of our inability to add value to other people's lives and to be in service to others, that this is where it's gotten us right here. Our selfishness, this is where it's gotten us right here, right now. It's all manifested in our reality into this conglomerate of bullshit. But the good news is that we can change that. And we're going to change that. Like, we're not going out like that. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But it's going to take like every single one of our conscious efforts in order to manifest it. Like, either one of us or all of us can put that ball and that, into motion. But it's going to take our group combined effort to see it through. And so, like, how do we start to change this? Like, how do we start to change ourselves and the way that we look at the world and the way that we look at other people? But we have to first start with ourselves and look at, like, how do we look at ourselves? How do we add value to our own lives so that we can then in turn add value to everybody else's life? Because it's got to start from within first. And loving yourself is the hardest fucking thing to do. And I will promise you, and I know from experience, that you cannot do shit for anybody else that's worth a fuck if you can't love yourself and do things for yourself first. You can't. You just can't. It will never work. It will not work. You can keep trying to go about it the same fucking way and just try to, like, cram that square peg in that circular hole. It's not going to fit. It's not going to work. So before you just start running out there and trying to help everybody else, take a little bit of time to help yourself first. Be a little selfish first, but don't stay in that place. Don't stay there. You got to just move with it. Like, once you have integrated everything into you that you feel is necessary, once you get that understanding that you do love and appreciate yourself, and you see that you're actually taking better care of yourself, that's when you can move forward and start trying to make a difference in other people's lives. And then, like I say, we don't have much time, but don't rush it either. But I would say, don't put it off for another 2 or 3 weeks. Start today, start tomorrow. The important thing is that you just start. You just start putting one foot in front of the other. Step by step by step by step by step. I don't know what else really I have to say about any of that. Seeking Serpent 6 says that you've thought about other people and helped them for a long time, and you are a very, very sweet fucking person, and you do things for people all the time. You've done so much for me, you did so much for Orly, and you know, I know that we both fucking appreciate that so fucking much, because it's like your kindness and your kind gestures like that to like show us that we are appreciated. That's what helps us to keep doing what we do. If we didn't have that, do you know how difficult it is to do this? Like, I'm not doing this because I want to get $5 on a super chat. I'm not. I mean, I've got like a ton of other things that I could be doing with my time, but I see the importance, and I can't help but to like put everything that I can put into it. You know, not for me, for you, for everybody. I'm not doing it for a pat on the back, because trust me, that's not enough to keep doing this. This is fucking hard work. This is very fucking difficult. Putting yourself out there like this is not fucking easy. So supporting people is important. If you believe in what they're doing, if you think that what they're doing is helping you in your life, and if you can see it as helping other people, then that's something that maybe you should support. Maybe that's something that, and all of you here do. And like, I appreciate that so much. Like, your presence here helps me so much. Like, I feel your love, I feel your energy, and that sustains me. That keeps me coming back. That keeps me hungry to share more of myself. Like, that gives me what I need to like continue to like blossom and bloom. And I want to see that for like every single one of you. Like, that's what I want to see. Like, nothing is going to make me more satisfied than to like see you fucking winning in life and helping other people win in life. Because we're all in this fucked up place together. We are all in this fucking hell together. We are in hell right now. And we gotta fucking make our way out of it. Just like the fucking tribes of fucking ancient fucking times, when they come together in a massive fucking group, you fucking do any fucking thing. Anything. There's not much that we're not capable of doing when we do that. But when we try to stand a fucking alone, we're gonna get fucking toppled by every fucking thing. And that's like what this world has been doing for so long. Breaking it all up, spreading it all out, dividing every fucking thing up to where there's no power anywhere. Like, there's a leader in each and every fucking one of you. You are all born to be. Every single one of you are born to be a fucking leader in one way or another in your own fucking right. So like, I urge you to like be that fucking leader. Be that person that you were born to be. I need you to do it. I need you to fucking hear me. But like, don't do it for me, do it for you, and do it for all of your fucking brothers and sisters. Do it for everybody that you love and care about. If you love and appreciate this life, then fucking do it. You gotta do it. You gotta choose purpose over pleasure. You can't just sit back and chill and relax. Like, those times are fucking done for us. Now is the time to fucking put the hard work in. Now is the time to fucking work hard. We have to. No, I don't want to beat a dead horse. I'm good at that, motherfucker. I know. I know I am. I know I am. That's why I should make more videos and not just do live streams, I guess, huh? But I like doing this better. I enjoy this more. I feel it more profoundly when I do this, when I can connect with you guys and not just record and edit a video. That's still very powerful. And maybe that's me being a little bit lazy, but I just feel that this is more effective. Even if I could condense it down and get my point across in the same way. Maybe you need to hear it a few times before it sinks in, though, too. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Julian. You said it feels more genuine and not putting up any kind of front. Well, I'm not. What you see is what you get. I couldn't hide from you if I fucking wanted to. And you know that. I know that you see me, and I see all of you. And like, I'm really fucking proud of all of you for how hungry that you are for it. Because you could all be doing other things. You could all be doing anything you fucking want to do right now. But you all have that like inherent hunger within you because you understand the bigger picture and your like spiritual purpose in this world. And there's so many people that are so closed off to any of that that they will never be able to see it. And those are the people that we really need to help. That's the majority of the population on this earth. And that's why we're here. That's why all of you are so fucking special. And like, understand that. Like, really sit and think about that for a minute. There's so many more of them than there are of us. But yet we're the ones that are like really putting in the hard work, and we're the ones that really want to change this fucking world for the better. But we're the ones that this world is looking at and trying to fucking destroy. Like, we are indeed the few that are going to help and save the many. That's our responsibility. And that's why we're here, so we can't squander it. So do what you need to do in your own way. And if you're living in congruence with your own conscience, then you'll know if you're doing enough or if you're being dead weight. That's not for me or anybody else to judge but you. No one's going to tell you to keep moving forward. You got to make that decision and do that for you. Well, I love you all. And I guess I'm going to roll out. I hope you all have a good Sunday. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you had a good 4th of July and that you spent some time with the people that you love, or that you spent some time moving your life, your agenda forward in some manner or another. And maybe it was in a way that was in alignment with the bigger picture. But if not, there's always tomorrow. So, yeah, that's that. All right, y'all. Well, I love you. Fuck yeah. If anybody has any questions or anything like that, you know my email, hit me up. I'll see you all very soon. Try working with that sigil when you're ready to do it. And I will Catch you on the flip side. Ha ha ha. Yeah.